Hello, fellas. It's always exciting to see new meta. Except this time, it's kind of new. You have like branded. I actually see more branded than tierments in the ladder. And well, maybe maybe it's time we will up with Grand Maju again. Well, every time they change format, I'm just gonna pick up my Grand Maju, see how it goes. It went okay this time. I think it went pretty well for me. But it's kind of it's kind of hard with the Bistio in the format because what happened is that they're just gonna jump. They're just gonna activate a Bistio in the battle phase and then block your Numeron Dragon. I think that's the main thing here that makes our line into Numeron Dragon doesn't work anymore. Uh, unless you manage to get like to exceed rank 8 on the field, then yeah, it still works. But yeah, that's rarely happens. Anyway, Grand Maju. This time, yeah, I said it last time too. Maybe, maybe it was the main monster last time already, but at least I still went into Numan Dragon. Just a few times, but they still won. But this time it's like almost non-existent. You have to rely on Grand Maju almost all the time, and that's nice because it's the Grand Maju deck. Let's get into the deck profile. We got a Master 5 bit. I could go more, but I'm gonna save it for Labyrinth because I like playing Labyrinth, and it's also getting new support next month. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it if it's the meta deck though. I have a thing for that, but pretty sure I'm still gonna play it. Anyway, the deck we have right now, it gets more expensive. Courtesy of free Assault Synchron, by the way. We go card by card. First, we still have Aether Millions, a very nice activator for Grand Maju. Just banish all your whole extra deck, and it's gonna gain. Grand Maju is gonna gain 6,000 attacks, and it's cool. Next up, we have Assault Synchron. Now, my choice for the level 2 tuner this time is kind of odd, but it makes sense because now, if you run any level 2 tuners in 8x seed decks, first of all, you consider Deep Sea Diva. But Deep Sea Diva is very bad because it plays into Halfness, Timber and Halfness, right? It consumes your normal summon, and if you like accidentally, draw 2 of them, it's bad. So that's out of question. I don't like, the most hated thing about Deep Sea Diva for me personally is that it takes up the normal summon and is a Grand Maju deck. I want to normal summon Grand Maju if possible, so it's definitely not my priority. That's Deep Sea Diva out the way, and we did use a Plague Spreader Zombie, and that one is very bad right now because of the Bistio, so you don't use that. Now comes Assault Synchron. Why did I choose this one? Because it can special summon itself from the hand, so right, doesn't take up your normal summon. That's good. If you draw 2 of them, at worst you can special summon one of them and then normal summon the one after. So that's cool. That's very cool. And yeah, pretty much that's me. It's never been a brick. That's just all I want to say. And you're saying it locks you into synchro? Well, not really, because if you summon this one, make sure you synchro already. And if they just like destroy all your level 8, then I mean, how are you gonna win even without the restriction on this card anyway? Right? It only restricts you when it's on the field. After you synchro, you can do whatever you want again. So not a problem for me. And hey, we have a big Chungus in the extra deck. That's good. Main monster Grand Maju, nothing special, and still running Swarchild Limit Dragon, because the meta is full of, oh well, I mean, except for Sprite, right? But we see branded, we see Tierments most of the time. They're big monster. Jump into your field doesn't start a chain, by the way. It doesn't start a chain. That's the biggest thing about this monster. Dorgoran, 1 copy, 2 copy of Yamasil, and then we still have Godala. The four Kaiju. You can totally replace Dorgoran because it's ultra rare. You don't have it. Replace with something else. It's fine. 3 Bigfoot though, irreplaceable. Don't think you can do anything with that. 2 Thunderbird, and we have also 3 Gizmek Orochi, getting better this time because the Shuffler is also now limited to 1, but then you have a bunch of Bestials, but yeah, so I don't know how good it's gonna be, but Gizmek Orochi is like, the best thing about it is just banishing is the cost, so it doesn't matter. You still play it, it's fine. Alpha the Master Beast, very nice monster. We have Happy Feather Duster alongside with 2 Change of Heart, 3 Trade In, 3 Pot of Desires for insane draw power. Next up we have to back them up with 2 more Lightning Storm because I'm not running Red Reboot anymore. Simply due to the fact that Bestial Lubellion, they're just gonna place the trap card directly from the deck, and then it sends Branded Regained into the graveyard, and then Branded Beats get grab back Branded Regained. So you have like 2 face-up spell trap that's annoying. You just want to destroy them. Red Reboot doesn't do anything because Branded Beast is already activated due to the effect of Bestial Lubellion. So that's the annoying thing. We run 2 Lightning Storm. It's very important. You say Lightning Storm is bad in tier format. Not technically like that. I still run Lightning Storm. We just need to get rid of back row. Our monster, as long as they don't start a chain or they don't activate effect on the field, which is like the Numeron Dragon, by the way. One more reason not that Numeron Dragon is not the main win con anymore. We have 2 triple tactic talents as always, and Call by the Grave coming back into the deck because the Ishizu Shuffler is now limited, and also you need to negate like Ash, Maxi, all that stuff, and it's harder to dodge it now, so it's good. In the extra deck we have Baron de Fleur. Very weak this format, I don't think I would go into it much. And we have Shenging, this time actually the star of the deck alongside Gren Maju, because sometimes you don't have anything to go into, you don't draw Gren Maju basically. And if you don't Assault Synchron, Shenging is gonna be your boss monster. Believe me, it can get activated by either millions. It's just the same thing. Gizmek Orochi, it gains attack off the banished card. Basically same thing. It's good. Next we still have Numeron Dragon, Xenophon, the Dracolubion, and also some Zombie Vampire, just in case you don't run into like Tier or Branded, anything like that, like Fluan the Reese, maybe you go into it. And the Zeus package with a Pain Gainer, 7 Cent, Zeus, like my Phoenix, Dark the Dark Charmer, Sprite Elf. So sometimes you go dark and then you steal an opponent monster, and then you use 2 of them into Sprite Elf, and you can bring back Assault Synchron. You want to go into another Synchro, of course, but rarely happens. We have the Zero Boros. Again, I didn't go into this anyway, but I still have it in the extra deck. Technically, it's just like the 3rd Grand Maju. It's like Grand Maju, Shenging, and then this monster, right? But the other 2 which is better than Topologic Zero Boros. So yeah, makes sense. Underworld Goddess, actually very important. I went into it once and it won me the game. Cool. So yes, this deck is timeless. I love this deck, and you're gonna see more Grand Maju action this time. Also, I don't think Numeron is gonna do as good as this deck anymore, because if your opponent's smart, they just keep a Bestial in their hand and just battle fade. They just jump block the last Numeron, and yeah, that is weird. And at least with this deck, we have Grand Maju, just like 10,000 attack. Just attack them. Don't need to attack directly. Just keep 1 monster on their field and just punch through it, right? I feel like this time it's harder to break the board though. 1 slip and then you're gone. Just 1 slip, by the way. 1 slip, 1 misplay, you're gone. You have to think of all the possibility. Are they holding a Bestial, or like do they have like anything set, or like anything in the hand, something in the graveyard that activate, like the Grangunier, the one that use Cortesia, and they can summon like Caritas, reduce your attack to 0, or something like that, or Proscanian. So there's a lot of things to think about, and I don't think it's as easy to play anymore. Of course, in the replays, you still see like, oh, this is a piece of cake, but then in the actual gameplay, you're probably gonna screw up. Be careful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
if you're prepared to break the silence, I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge.